Now, welcome to Outie episode 47, where I take a look at indie games and see if they stay indie Switch or get booted outie. And today I'm looking at Valentina for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I tend to just kind of play the start of these games and give a look at the first couple of minutes and see sort of what they have available. This one is currently on sale in the UK only eShop for 8 cents. It's on sale in the other regions for about 99 cents. So I said I'd just pick it up, take a look at the first couple of minutes, and yeah, I want to get back to doing more of these indie outies to see like some of the fun indie games which are on the Switch. This one looked pretty odd. I like a retro look. Up to exit doors. Good old classic feel. Is it up to also talk to people? Okay, very first NPC, and I figure I already need to move myself on the screen because, whoa, that text took me a couple of reads to try to figure out what it's saying. And yeah, I think my brain kind of spazzed out a small bit on the right hand side there. Valentina, the castle has been attacked by the Empire of Darkness. Our soldiers attempted stop the attack, but they took your parents. So presumably my parents were in the castle, or they just failed at the attack on the castle and then they said, sod it, their soldiers attempted to stop the attack, so we'll take this random person's parents who lives in this really bad house on the side. Your brother assumed the kingdom, but he are not going save the king and queen because he are afraid for a trap to take the entire kingdom of Gref for Lars. Now Joa the fool is going after the spirit of fire, trying to save all kingdom alone. Okay. I have a feeling that whoever wrote this definitely didn't translate it properly into English, which I absolutely love. I get 8 cents worth out of this text box alone. I fear of something might happen with the kingdom and the fool Joa. What's we going to do, Valentina? Oh boy. I want to find, I'm sure there's going to be one text box in this that doesn't have mistakes. Maybe the end. It'll probably be end D. But I know that I ran from the castle, but I need to save my parents. Or I'm going after Joa before he do commit more madness, but spelled wrong. I mean, they were so close. So close. It still wouldn't have been correct as a sentence, but so close. I think I'm ran from the castle, but I need to save my parents. You can't be forced to marry the prince from that cold kingdom. You will be very sad. I mean, that's not entirely wrong, sort of. Oh. I so wish this game had voice acting. I would do the voice acting for this game. You are talking about face all the Empire of Darkness. It's risky. You going to need the spirit of fire for fighting against all evil. Oh, please let there be more NPCs in this game. Can I go into any of these tiny houses? Are they meant to be tiny or in the background? Because, I mean, they're clearly just tiny houses. Oh, no. I feel bad. This was 8 cents. Oh. Okay, so there's no secret. There's usually in games like this, there's usually a secret if you go left. I can't quack shot up the wall. For anyone who had a Mega Drive. Boiling water down there. Can't imagine there's any fish in this empire. Wait, he refunded my arrows when I shot him to death. Just those two though. Whoa. Very weird physics for jumping up stuff. I'll go into this cave, inside in this cave. Uh-oh. Ugh, why did that slime shout? That's kind of disturbing. I mean, I know why it shouted. It shouted because they've got one death sound. I mean, why in reality did that shout? Oh no! Loads of arrows. I mean, this controls well. Ish. It controls about as well as it looks like it controls. That is to say that it sort of works. Thought that was a wall. Okay, so I can manipulate this mushroom, but for no reason. I can't bounce on it to the best of my... Nope. Ah! Take that, screaming slime. Okay, but I can't go through that brown wall, but I can go through this brown wall. Okay. Consistency. These walls have none. It's as basic as it gets, but it's not bad. It's perfectly functional in like in the 8-cent game category. This is up there as one of the better 8-cent games that I've played. Boing! I'll imagine that springs you up in the air. I mean, I'd imagine when they were putting it in and adding the physics, they imagined it would spring you too. And then midway through, they were like, oh, that's actually too hard to program. Let's not finish that. I press up. If anyone is... Oh, there's even smaller houses here. Or have I traveled further into the foreground? This mushroom is giant. Maybe I'm just getting larger as the story progresses. Yeah, if you are playing this, it's up to do pretty much anything. Oh, it's a tree full of arrows. And everything in this is either full of arrows or full of potions. And it also screams, of course. I mean, like, they added this to make it look like you spring on this mushroom. But you really don't, and it's just there as a jump. It's Joa, presumably the fool. Valentina, what are you doing here? The kingdom of Grelforest are being attacked, and our ruler was took. The Prince Valent is too coward for take some action. So someone have to put an end in this monsters. They could have used madness again there, but after misspelling it in the last chat, I guess they were just afraid to do it. That's crazy, but someone have to try get the spirit of fire power for fight against these monsters. This power will combine with your weapon, making it the most powerful. My bow? And for your luck, I believe that you came after him too. What does that mean? And for your luck, I believe that you came after him too. And answers in the comments. What was that meant to mean? Did he just insult how I look? Does he not like my rosy red cheeks and grey hair? Hello, skeleton. Are you gonna drop down and fight? No, just be there in the background. Okay. I have to see. Can you shoot him down? Oh. Far too ambitious me thinking there. That one on the ground just looks kind of sad. It's like, oh, why am I in this game? Couldn't I have been a skeleton in Minecraft? Here's a sword. I won't want that. Oh, cool lighting effects on... Oh my god, there's fire! I think that's fire, or lemonade, or orange juice. Sorry, skeleton. You got physics-ed. I do like the shadowing effect from that background, though. That's kind of cool. Oh my god, that's a huge mushroom. Please have Toad inside here. Oh, that's not Toad. You seem nice. Artemis. Hello, little Princess Valentina. I was waiting your arrive. So close. So close. I was waiting your arrive. I see the spirit of fire choose you. I'm for Essen. foreseen the Empire of Darkness rebuild and came after revenge. I mean, revenge can be really fun, I guess, but yeah, that person, yeah. The kingdom of Gren Forest wasn't in a war in ages. Why they want revenge? Why they want grammar? Who is this Empire of Darkness? It's a long history. That's a correct sentence. 1,000 years ago, the great continent Herberus catching a large and bloody war between the four kingdoms, comma, thousands innocents lives, oh that's hard to read, were lost. Diseases, drought and plagues spread throughout the continent. Why have three plurals back to back to back? Oh, that hurts. Was dark times all that war, who benefit only the kingdom of darkness, who feed from all pain and sorrow. But at the same time, the goddess Irene are sad, who cries to see they beloved children destroying themselves. The beloved children destroying themselves is what he wanted to say. Someday, among the four kingdoms rise one young man, have skills with a bow, his name was Davy. Every night Davy prayed to the goddess Irene, asking for the end of this war. Whoa, that's a record. That's the longest sentence in the game so far. That's mostly correct. There's no full stop at the end, but wait, they made it. Irene listened to his prayers and forged from her heart a powerful bow of light and send a messenger delivery to Davy. Messenger. Close, not quite. And it's not just a random typo, they just don't know how to spell messenger. And spell check would have corrected that, because that's not a word. The messenger spoke to Davy. That bow wasn't for fight the war, but for fight the... I can't. The messenger spoke to Davy. That bow wasn't for fight the war, but for fight against the creator of the war, the Empire of Darkness. Both duel a great battle, and Davy, with his bow, seal all the Empire of Darkness. So Davy continues his journey to the underworld come on, for face the great Emperor of Evil. Please. The Emperor of Evil dying, promise a great revenge. Did he kill the Emperor of Evil? So with the end the Empire... Wait. So with the end, the Empire, the darkness of Empire... It's impossible to read. So with the end, the Empire of Darkness, the great continent of Herberus, beginning spelt wrong, the progress for the peace, but Davy fear for the revenge of the Empire of Darkness. I can't take much more. Then Davy took his bow of light and transformed in four spirits, the spirit of fire, spirit of water, spirit of thunder, and spirit of nature. I mean, why would you write that sentence? Why would you not transform in four spirits, the spirits of fire, water, thunder, and nature? Like, it's more writing than you want to do. Then Davy put one spirit in one kingdom and make a prediction that someday the Empire of Darkness rise and bring dead their revenge. Oh, they bring that their revenge. Ow, my brain. But one little girl born and bring all the four kingdoms together for stop the Empire of Darkness. And that little girl, it's you, Valentina. I figured that out. That's all you say now, isn't it? And now I'm somewhere else. Yay! More speaking. Valentina, lowercase I, see you got the power of the spirit of fire. Did I? Must have been dangerous, and even more that you entered in the forest mushrooms. Huh? Maybe that would explain why I'm reading like this. I already read about this war in the castle library. I have read about this war in the library of the castle. It's just the same sentence twice. But there is something written on a prophecy of a young. Wait a bit. Everything seems to fit. Young what? Valentina, several warriors failed to obtain the power of the spirit of fire, but you succeeded and controls that easily. You are the girl from the prophecy. I'm sure you mean I'm the young from the prophecy. Valentina talked with some soldiers. Is he saying that I talked to the soldiers? Or is he letting me know, Valentina, I talked with some soldiers? There is a general orc in crossing the kingdom of Grell Forest for the kingdom of Valencia. He is very powerful, Valentina. We need to create a plan to defeat him. Maria does not know how to fight. Then, need to stay by her side. Be full of monsters out there. Oh, I get it. He's saying that that other person can't fight, so he's staying there to mind them. Valentina, you may be small, but strong and fearless. What? Take care. Okay. Stop saying that. Look, you are only small in size, but you are a great warrior. I apologize for not arriving in time to help you, but it seems the whole continent is surrounded by monsters. I've heard stories of that wilderness is covered of traps to protect the next spirit as powerful as spirit of fire. Rest a little that I am behind something to eat. Any ideas? No? Well, okay then. I hope that Maria was surprised with my fight against those monsters. Why would you hope that? Valentina, I was afraid of something happened with you. I apologize for not arriving in time to help you. You too, Incredible, alone managed to stop that monster. Are you sure, my friend? But as a precaution, we will spend the night here. Tomorrow we continue the journey. And she says, rest a little that Joa goes behind something we eat. What's that translated from, I wonder? Excuses not to accompany you, Valentina. Wait, Shazi says, excuses not to accompany you, Valentina. Did somebody write, like, is that a placeholder for these should be excuses not to accompany me? And they just never went back to it? They just left it as excuses not to accompany you, Valentina? I will give the fastest lap of the Joa? I will give the fastest lap of the Joa. Okay, I've read this sentence like a bunch of times in my head now. I will give the fastest lap of the Joa. I mean, that guy's name is Joa. What's she talking about? Could not hear another word coming from you. I think she's just lost her mind. Good. But be very careful. We are talking of a desert. Will be very dangerous. Joa, they finally re-added the A. Tried once more to declare to me last night. Declare what? Throughout my life, I have prepared for this wilderness traps in order to prevent the Great Spirit is stolen. Okay. Imagine you had commas. Where would you put them in this sentence for it to make sense? Throughout my life, I have prepared for this wilderness traps in order to prevent the Great Spirit is stolen. No, it's just nonsense. He has prepared for the wilderness, but he has prepared traps, but in order to prevent the Great Spirit is stolen. Ow. But if in fact you, the girl from the prophecy, the spirit guide thee unto him, but you need to follow alone on this journey. Ow. It plays perfectly fine. The physics and stuff are a little bit on the strange side when it comes to the jumping and things, but it's forgivable. It's a budget title. It's strange. Like, the story is weird enough. Like, there's a romantic thing going on between these two characters. He tells you stuff that he's learned from other characters that he speaks about. The grammar and translation stuff is just absolutely, like, it's genuinely mind-bending trying to read some of it, because it's like, what is this saying? Perspective of the background is weird at times, but I mean, it's got like multiple layers and stuff to it. It's just really, really cool. It gives you a sense of depth and detail. The engine is obviously limiting in some ways, but I mean, yeah, this game is genuinely very funnish to play, and it's not bad. It's a really cheap indie game, and yeah, I mean, if you pick this up for €1, it's not going to let down too much. Realistically, it's probably going to be more of the same until the end of the story, but yeah, I mean, I've been actually playing this for about an hour or so, and I had intended to just play this for the first few seconds and go, oh, that's a pile of Outie. But no, this is definitely one that, like, seems interesting enough. There was one thing that was mildly concerning in the controls of this, actually. If you go in here, you have A to interact and confirm, B to jump and back, X is to heal and delete your save. So I would hope that means on the main menu, and not like if you run out of heals then you press it again to delete your save. But yeah, Y to shoot an arrow or change arrow type, move navigation. Yeah, it's like, it's basic, but yeah, it was 8 cents. This one, it would definitely like hold my interest, just to kind of, I really want to play through it more, just simply to read the story, partially because the story seems interesting, and secondly because the way it's written is absolutely hilarious to me. Yeah, definitely this is one where I would I'd recommend checking it out. Like, it is just a really, really basic kind of indie game. But yeah, that's it for me. For the things, there's a sub button down below me, let's say for a laugh, because I had to put myself up here with the chat being in the game. There's other videos for me at that site. You'll see the Indie Rowdy playlist, and down below there YouTube will give you a recommended video for my channel. It's probably something to do with Asphalt. But yeah, if this is your first time checking out one of my content, please do give a subscribe. Check out my other indie stuff if you like this. Yeah, kind of working out a bit of a formula for playing through these, getting some editing and stuff going into them, so obviously the earlier ones are a bit on the rough side. But yeah, please do give a sub, a like, a comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, we'll see you in the next Indie Rowdy.